Mr. May attends funerals almost every day, but the strange thing is that these deceased are neither his relatives nor his friends. What's even stranger is that he is the only mourner at every funeral. It turns out that those deceased died alone. They died unnoticed. Usually, community workers will scatter their ashes in the cemetery like taking out the garbage. There is no funeral, no tombstone. But Mr. May is different from other workers. He believes that every deceased should be respected. In order to comfort these lonely souls, he will try his best to contact the relatives and friends of the deceased. But even if he is contacted, the other party will refuse to attend the funeral because they are afraid of paying the fee. Mr. May believes that people should not be so cold to each other, but he is helpless and accustomed to it, so he can only find a home for the pets left by the deceased. But the ashes have already piled up. Colleagues urged him to handle it quickly, but he just took out one as a demonstration. This leaves more time for the remaining people. He scattered the ashes among the flowers and plants, hoping that they will no longer be alone in another world. Since 22 years, Mr. May worked diligently and never slacked off. He even framed the deceased in photo albums as if they were family members, recording their time in this world. Perhaps all this has to do with his own loneliness. He has never been married and has no family. His life, like his work, is serious and gray. Lonely people often have the habit of being lonely. He looked left and right as he crossed the road. When he ate, he always had bread and cans neatly arranged. He also cut the fruit peels into pieces. He knew that one day he would die alone like those people. So he often lay quietly on the grass in the cemetery after sending off the deceased, feeling the silence of the world. Another old lady passed away in the community today. Mr. May collected every detail of the room: wrinkled pillows, drying stockings, and skincare products that had not been used many times. It seemed that he could feel the traces of the deceased's life. From a letter, it can be seen that the old lady had only a cat as a companion when she was alive. After confirming that she had no relatives or friends, Mr. May wrote a eulogy for her personally based on all the clues. He writes about her origins and hobbies and about the cat she loved like a daughter. Mr. May sent her off alone as usual. Not long after, he received another case. It was this case that brought a little change to his unchanging life.